starting the recording now. And, Captain, you just give me a quick, supplemental.
Captain's Log Supplemental. We have recently discovered that the Ferengi on board this casino station has been using a reality or probability-altering device. We are currently in to discover the location of the pirates, but however, we must disable that probability device into the vault and log.
Awesome. So, we will now pick up. I presume you guys are going to have, a senior staff meeting to discuss your plan of action.
Yes, please.
So, yeah, you guys will have some time in-game to actually discuss what you're going to do. I just strongly suggested that you guys spend time out of game discussing things, so you wouldn't waste all of your time this session just talking.
Which we did, yes. So let's get a quick recap. On screen, computer, could you show me a simulation of the vault?
Okay, and it does the thing where it brings up a floor plan as far as you all know it.
Is the vault.
Hmm?
Okay. Commander Vlok, would you mind outlining a few of the basics we've gone over?
Sadly, we know that the vault is going to be difficult to get into. The station has transport dampening fields set up, so we can't simply beam in or anything else beamed out. Security is quite tight. Weapons scanners exist all throughout the station. Several forms of sensors. It is going to take some doing to break in, so to speak.
Okay, but let's talk in practical terms. I want that vault door open. How do we get it open?
That's... It's not quite my expertise. That might be something we could ask our guest.
What? You're asking me how... You're asking me how to break through a solid quatronium vault door?
Yes, madam, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I've spent my life in diplomacy.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
And anything else to comments, Zero, would be quite appreciated.
Alright, let's see. She starts looking over the plans. Well, it's not exactly a weak spot, but if you were to pour a nitrine chemical campaign right here, here, and here, it could make the vault door susceptible to high energy blasts, but you'd need it would make a lot of noise.
What the hell?
How much noise are we talking about?
Enough noise to bring in the cavalry, that's for sure.
Not if we caused a large enough distraction.
Oh no, it would set off the internal alarms.
That's what I thought.
If you're gonna try and blow the door off its hinges, oh yeah, you're gonna set off the alarms no matter what you do. And
okay, let's not talk about blowing the door off its hinges. What about putting your ear to it and working the lock? Is that even possible? Putting your ear to it and just working the lock.
This isn't a lock with tumblers. That's... What century do you think we're living in?
Is it... what kind of lock is it? Because I could
surely we could disable the security system somehow.
Right, she points at you, says, you could try to interface with the lock's computer on the site, couldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like the hollow books. I mean, hollow novels.
Tazonan, do you think you could jack into the security system near the vault?
That's what I was about to suggest.
I see.
Okay. Well, you'll have to make a interface for it, but sure.
Commander, how long do you think it would take for us to fabricate an interface?
Give me a reason engineering difficulty 2.
Block?
Not long enough.
1 sec.
I'm going to sneeze.
Do it off mic.
There you go.
Got it.
Depends. You could make a really rudimentary one in like 2 hours, or you could spend a little more time doing it. Build it in 4. The good news it would take far longer, but fortunately, Tazonan's already done a ton of his own work and tinkering with his cybernetic, so
Yes,
Let's do it.
Captain. With the situation there, it's. Do you want it done quick or well?
Computer, what is the time on the station?
the time on the station is 1600 hours, standard Federation.
You've got about 4 to 5 hours, Commander. Everyone likes an evening poker game, I'd say. You think that'll be enough to make something better?
It will take up all of my time. If you plan to go right then, but yes, I could.
Okay, it's settled then. I can call for the Ferengi around 9 or 10 p.m. station time, or perhaps even later. But the later we get, the more chance that he'll outright refuse because of sleep. But then again, in high stakes games, sleep is never a factor.
I'll take your word for it there.
And I'll have to take my word for it as well. Dr. Lieutenant Rugan, you said something about causing a distraction. Would you mind please filling me in about that?
Well, we know there are a group of rowdy Klingon warriors on the station. So, if we wanted to distract the security forces, we could send in a group of red shirts. Send in a group of security officers in plain clothes. Have them get, as you would say, shit-faced. And start a brawl with the Klingons. And that way the security forces on the station would be preoccupied, and they would be unable to hand. So, say if the force that's going to heist the thing get caught, there would be less officers out chasing them. It's a classic heist trick.
Okay. Lieutenant Rugan, one question for you.
This isn't a holo novel.
The principles are the same, ma'am. Lieutenant Rugan, what are the chances of my security crew dying to the hands of the Klingons?
I do not believe that they will face any serious physical risks, as it were. So, that's more or less accurate, right? They're gonna be in a bit of a bar fight. They're not gonna fucking kill anybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know that they're not allowed. I mean, other than maybe kitchen utensils, possibly, you know that no weapons allowed on the station.
That's true too.
So it's not like you're.
There will be an armed captain.
I mean, even unarmed Klingons can do some serious damage, but
Indeed, we can.
Okay,
Also,
well, yeah, sorry, go on.
Also, I was thinking perhaps we could arrange a meeting with the chief of security of the station and, just keep him preoccupied and stuck on the Hadfield while the heist is happening so that he's away from his post and he is distracted.
That seems like a good idea, but we need someone back here in the Hadfield to be in command of the away team, meaning myself, Zonin, and the rest of you. They're actively on the field.
Well, and Zero pipes up. You're going to need to do some. You're going to need to probably make modifications to your comm badges. No guarantee that they'll work through the dispersal field.
Oh yeah, I thought we'd do something a lot more simple than that. Earpieces haven't been used in ages now, I think, but ancient technology at this point. We plant a little thing inside our ears, and it's like we can hear each other.
Indeed, an ancient Terran radio frequency transmitter.
Something that's a bit more concealable than that, at least.
Does the station have a transport inhibitor?
Yes,
It does, yes.
Okay.
As well as the issues, as we'll have to get by all of their dampening fields. They have quite a few.
Well, Vala, can I entrust you to be in the chair then, while we are all away, to be the mission lead?
I can do what I can do quite a bit, sir. I'll have to pull in some help from a few of our other crew members, but should be all right.
Any crew members you need, you can bring them up on the bridge and set them up on stations you need. I've already set you on the task of tapping into their security systems before, haven't I? Have you managed to tap in?
Tap in, no, sir. I've only been able to get a look so far before, well, the probability manipulation started causing issues.
Perhaps Fugan could do that. He knows a lot about computers.
Okay, but do we want him on the field with Tizonin and Zero, or do we want him here in the chair, helping them remotely?
Well, sir, we do have at least 4 or 5 hours to prepare.
We do.
Indeed. If I may, sir, I had an idea. It may work, it may not.
Go ahead.
If we were to use the replicator to create a reasonable facsimile of some valuable item, the sort that we could conceal something inside, we could have a device on the inside, potentially a signal dampener, that would entirely squash out the signal from the remote to prevent the Ferengi from using it further.
You may have a point. This Ferengi likes his antiques, and he likes his antiques a lot. Let's say we create a couple of antiques like vases or something of the like where we can put dampeners inside. That would throw him off his game for a little bit, allow me to honestly win a couple of hands, maybe.
Indeed, even if we don't get them into the table, or even if we don't get them into the vault per se, getting them near enough to the Ferengi to jam his remote, that could do it. It could prove a valuable extra few minutes, as it were.
That is true.
So what is our plan? Are we heisting the thing? Are we making a thing? We just have to pick something. This is why I want us to figure out the plan before the episode.
The primary goal here is to disable the probability device that is inside the vault. The secondary goal, which is what I'll be trying to do, is I'll be trying to gather more information about these pirates from the Ferengi. So we'll be making a super high stakes bet, in which I will bet something that I know he cannot refuse, and I'm going to try and get him one way or another. I know this information is like super valuable, and while I'm at it, I'll try and claim the probability device from his neck as well. But I can't do that while the probability device is still active, which is why I need you guys in the vault to disable that thing. We're not interested in anything in the vault. No latinum, no nothing. Just the probability device. Sound good?
Sir, if we are
I dig it.
going to attempt to create a facsimile or something to persuade the Ferengi to talk a little, perhaps we could bring in Lieutenant Mel. She has fair knowledge of archaeology, and Doctor, you could work with her to create something satisfactory.
I think that could work out well.
I could try.
Indeed, it could be something useful to set support staff on working, whilst the rest of us proceed with the rest of the doctor's plan.
Yes, we do have time to set things up before we begin this excursion.
Right. Well, I think we all have our tasks set before us. So let me decide who's going to be on the ground with me. So obviously I'll be going because I need to be there to challenge the Ferengi. But the Vault Breakers, I was obviously thinking Zero and Tizonin because he needs to tap into the local security system. And does anyone else want to go in or feel like they need to go in?
Well, sir, I suggest Dragan as well. Once, we'll need someone inside to disable the device.
That is true. So, Rugan, you're on the, your boots on the ground with the two Andorians. Good.
Aye, sir.
Good. Doctor, you may head as well to the bar and with the security team and with the chief of security and try and cause that commotion that you talked about. Sound good?
Sure thing, Captain.
If there's anything else you feel like you're better at, maybe, or perhaps want to do, don't hesitate to let me know. We'll see what we can change around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We all have our tasks. Commander Vlok, within 4 to 5 hours, have that dampening device. Have that dampening device ready in the vase, in the subsidy vase, and the other thing that we talked about.
I'll have to delegate the device manufacturing to some of our support staff, but yes, I'll be working on the interface.
Okay, good. Dismissed.
Okay, so as I said, the captain said you're going to have the poker game in 5 hours.
5 or 6 hours, around 10 p.m. station.
I need to know specifically when you're going to do it, because it's going to affect how everyone.
Like I said, around 10 p.m. station time. If it's 4 p.m. now, so 10 p.m. station time.
Okay, so 6 hours.
Yep.
Give or take, yeah.
All right. Okay, who wants to spend their time doing something first? We're going to be working in hour intervals here. Everything you do will take 2 intervals.
So yeah, we have several things here. I'd say we can start with Vlok hacking the interface.
Making some sort of interface for the vault for.
Or to zone
Tab
into
to-
jack into, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the tricky part of this is that you're making a Starfleet to Cardassian computer system adapter, basically.
Yep.
You know,
Indeed, the Deep Space Nine technology, their advances should help quite a lot in this area.
Yep. Basically, you need to go from a tricorder to Cardassian computers. So, the first thing to do will be to just give me a reason engineering assisted by the ship's computers engineering difficulty of 1 to make a not prototype, but to make a computer design of this thing.
Alrighty.
Okay, and the ship's computer engineering.
Coming up. Hadfield, computers.
Okay,
Nothing.
you still gain a momentum. That'll take you 2 hours unless you spend a momentum to cut it in half.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Woohoo.
So so you have the design for the thing. Now you just have to build it, which will be a control engineering. I'm going to spend 2 threat and make it a difficulty of 3. Because, yeah, you have designs from DS9, but, the DS9 computer systems are old Cardassian systems.
Yes, they are.
Don't be
And,
afraid to take threat for this.
I was gonna say, can Chev assist?
Sure. You could also use. You could also choose to use your engineering team.
That's right, but I was kind of hoping. Yeah, well, it'll be fine for now. Yeah, we'll use it for now. Engineering team
So that
advantage here, and then
brings the difficulty back to 2.
and then I will give you some threat for another die.
Okay, I will take it.
Okay. Would computers focus work?
No. Well,
How about cybernetics?
yes.
I got 2 that'll work for this. So, okay.
Oh, yes, cybernetics. So you're at difficulty 2.
Yep. We'll see. Let's. Bam.
Okay, Tizonin, you can roll assist if you want, I guess. A reason engineering as well.
I mean,
It's control
if you want me
engineering.
to go.
Oh, control engineering, right.
Oh, my
his
bad.
control is better, I think.
Yes, it is. My bad.
It wouldn't have mattered much, I think, yeah. You still
Am
roll
I
1 there. You
assisting
can,
or bound?
if you want.
Yeah. There you go. That's
Hey.
4 successes.
Hey, 5 successes.
So
We're
I'm sorry.
winning.
Yeah, I mean, the ship wasn't helping you with that.
Then
Yeah, this
ignore
is
that.
It's constructing.
So
this
you
thing
gain-
about
Mere
that.
technicality.
You gain 4 momentum. I assume you're going to spend one of those 4 to kick your time down again. So this whole thing only made you take 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay. And you said you were doing the long form one, right?
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing the smart, not quick.
Okay, so this good news. This will be this will let you jack into the computers, and fortunately, there will only be a comp increase of 1.
Hey.
Otherwise, the comp increase would have been much higher.
Cool.
Who else had things they wanted to do before?
Macelia and her friend wanted to make me an antique that could fit a disruptor inside.
Might also want to bring Biss on that as well.
Or Rugan.
You know we're gonna
That
act-
score is good
we're-
enough.
You know we're gonna act. Rugan's gonna be hacking the security, and you know we're gonna use Biss eventually. So.
Oh, might as well bring him in.
Then,
I guess.
then who's building the dampening fields?
That would be Rugan, I think.
Then who's hacking the system?
That would be Rugan, I think.
He's going to do both.
Again, we have 6 hours so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We can all do a few more things. It's just.
Okay, and Is making an antique an engineering or a science role?
That's good.
Oh, that'll be a... I'm gonna say...
Because you're faking it, but we are replicating it. So
yeah,
it's
I'd
weird.
say control science. Because you're...
Okay.
with a difficulty well, here's how this will work. You'll set the difficulty, and you have to hit that difficulty.
Lay down.
Huh?
No. Sorry, I'm talking to my dog.
Hmm.
No, I would not tell you, Grunin, to go lay down.
Yeah.
No.
Well, at least for a
Go
few
lay
drinks, at
down.
least.
What do you have in your mouth?
Oh my, so forward.
Drop it.
Love it. No,
All right.
so you'll set the difficulty, and whatever difficulty you set will be the difficulty that the other person has to make in order to notice that something's wrong.
Okay. Let's do. We have 3 momentum.
Yes, we do.
Her control science is Div 5. She has a focus in archaeology.
Are you bringing in
No, definitely.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is this her first time doing something, or is this her second?
This is her second.
Okay, so she'll actually
She also made us.
get something this time. If you don't mind, I have a talent in mind for her.
Yeah, sure.
Dedicated focus archaeology.
Yeah, that works. Now, remind me what that does.
I think it's if you get a crit success, it generates a momentum. I think. Let me grab my science book. Science section book, because I think dedicated focus is a science book specific talent. Okay, phenomenon. No, it went too far. Damn it, I went too far.
I slept too long.
Dedicated focus X. When
Yeah,
attempting
yeah,
a task where that
Bonus momentum.
yeah, but only when you're attempting the task. So
When this talent is taken, choose a focus. When
Yeah. So because it's the archaeology, instead of getting 2 when you crit, you'd get 3 when you crit.
the interesting thing is, it doesn't specifically stipulate that you have to succeed at the check.
That is true.
okay.
But she would have to be the one attempting the task, not assisting, so this won't come into play this time.
I mean, she is going to be attempting the task because she is a better control medicine.
Yeah.
Control
She's gonna
science
be the
than
one
me.
doing this,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So,
Yep, the doc is assisting our archaeology expert. Is basically what's happening.
Yeah. My control science is 14. Hers is 15. And she has a focus.
okay, great.
Okay, so we have that talent, which will activate here.
Yep.
And if we spend 3 momentum, we'll roll 4 dice.
What's the difficulty?
I'm trying to think. So 4 dice, and Miss Sally's assisting. Granted, you drop down to 10 threat because you drop 2 threat because Julia's never showed up.
You're right.
Yep.
How many threat would I have to give you for a 5th die?
3?
3.
Yep, because
Okay.
it goes 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
Yep.
I will give you 3 threat, and then I will set the difficulty at 5.
Okay.
No. What if we? Yeah, that'll do. It'll be fine.
I will spend 2 threat to increase the complication range. So, I only take 1 threat.
Okay. Works for me.
But you're trying to hit a diff 5.
Is that good? Is that bad?
That's good.
One. Okay, that's good.
That's already 6.
And
Oh wait, that was
control
Oh.
med. It's okay. You rolled a 9. So the interesting thing is you succeeded by 2 successes.
right.
However, because of dedicated focus archaeology, you also generate 2 additional momentum.
Hey.
Off
So
of-
we're at 4 momentum. Awesome.
Yep.
She's a one-trick pony, but she's really good at the one trick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ooh, that
Like,
18.
as soon as we were like artifacts, I'm like, okay, so we're gonna do this. Just
Yes, she creates she's very, very clever. It's a vase where it's sort of like it goes down and then it flutes back up, which is where you're gonna hide the quote unquote contraband. Like it flutes back up
Nice.
and then it folds back down around. And it's from a very obscure ancient culture, so very rare.
Yeah,
Very-
I've never heard of these Romans.
Romance. No, the Orisians.
Are they the original Rysans?
No,
Okay,
not how that works.
that would have only been too perfect. So that's taken care of. Now all we need is what?
Most
We
interesting,
got
I must say I've
students?
never heard of this Volkswagen tribe.
Womp.
Okay, let's focus.
Yep,
Um,
that. Did we want to use some momentum to cut time on that as well?
That
So you
took-
can do
I
other
don't-
things, or-
Are the two of us going to help with anything else?
Don't know. Let's
It may be good to have the doctor create the explosive just as a backup.
There we go.
If nothing else, we can plant it in an unassuming corner and have it go off as a distraction if desperately needed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, that'll be a to mix the explosives will be a control science diff 3 check. So you still have 4 hours left unless you want to spend a momentum to cut that time in half.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we will for this too.
Okay, so sure, we'll spend the momentum so that I have enough time to do this.
Well, you would have had enough time anyway, but
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a few other things too, so it
Okay.
works.
Well, I assume if we're all doing different things, that our time doesn't cut into each other.
right.
Oh yeah, but
Anyways, if I'm making a chemical explosive, can I use the chemistry focus?
Yes.
Thank you.
And the ship can even assist you, I'd say, with. I'm gonna give you a unique one, I think. Give me weapons science.
Oh wow, that is weird.
hey,
And Belle, this is outside for a single one trick, but she still does have a good control science.
Mhm.
Alright, I will spend 1 momentum for a third die, and there we go. That's 4, 5.
And the ship's weapons science.
Coming up. Got it.
Hell yeah. 3 momentum gain.
6 total,
Alright.
3 game. Okay.
Could I spend some of that momentum to create the advantage? To make to like break down these chemicals into like their inert compounds and then put it inside a medical case and make it look like it's a very complicated piece of medicine.
Yeah, so the way
and not a bomb.
Yeah, the way I'll do this, actually I have a real good
Okay.
idea for how I'm going to do this, going off of sort of Jacoby's thermite idea, was you've basically created a special powdered explosive, and you basically put that powdered explosive, very carefully mind you, through a piece of medical equipment used for turning powdered medicine into pills.
We're gonna have explosive pills.
So you basically now have you have 2 pill bottles full of explosives.
Yep, you can call me Heisenberg for the rest of the session.
You'll have to crush them to, you know.
Oh yeah, but still.
Okay. Okay.
We are in the Cardassian gambling station. There should be no end to folks we could hire for that menial task. Who have the most experience at it.
Okay. Those are my 2 things. So Rugan has to hack the machine and hack the planet. And then build the dampening field.
Oh boy. So what are you doing first? What are you doing first, Rugan?
Well, I believe the thing to do first is the thing with the most potential to go wrong. It would probably be best that I were to ensure that we have an adequate backdoor into the system before anything else.
Hack and security.
Okay, so what you're going to do here then is you are going to give me a control security difficulty of 3, complication range of 2, assisted by the ship's computer's security, which also will have that
And
complication range.
possibly our nice security officer, Klingon security officer Marth.
Is that the second NPC you want to introduce for this session?
I am unsure as to whether it might be a good idea to use our another crew support just yet.
I'm just knowing he's got that'd be a 14 control security, and we can give him a focus.
I have a 15, though that may be prudent, and I do have an applicable focus.
If you have a 15, let's not worry about it.
All right then.
Indeed. And may I have extra dice?
Of course.
Very well. And I trust the computer's focus will work just fine.
Yep, and don't forget you also have technical expertise.
Excellent. Show me potato salad. Eat an entire bag of next. I can reroll that.
It was control security, not control science.
Security science, sorry. It was one lower.
Okay.
Two lower.
Ooh, well then that 2 isn't a 2.
That 2 is a 1.
And the ship?
Okay, what is the
We'll
ship
have
after
a
all?
reroll now.
Well, let's see what the ship gets first.
What is the ship after all? Computer science.
Computer security.
Okay. Hang on, computer security. Yeah, got it.
Okay, that's 2.
And there we are.
That is a critical success. That's 4 successes. You gain the momentum back.
And we're gonna use our other 2 to get. No advantage. Never mind.
So are you going to spend 1 to keep the time down?
That we will do.
Okay, so you spend an hour, and I mean, you're not going to crack into the very heart of the system, but you've gotten past sort of a initial layer of security that, like, you've gotten past an initial layer of security here that you've gone as far in as you can from here, but it means that when you get in there, you won't have to get past this layer of security.
Excellent. So we are now prepared for our infiltration. Now what next? I believe there are still things that would require my expertise.
You guys wanted to come up with some kind of a device to counteract the,
Yep, the dampening device.
Okay. So, this is gonna be interesting. How am I gonna do this? I think I might have the thing for it. Yeah, let me grab my core book. Because here's the thing about how you make, like, little devices like this.
Valak, I have to step away from the PC real quick to go to the balcony and get some of the things because it just started pouring rain. If there are any ship rolls, please handle them. I'll be right back.
Gotcha.
Yep, and that's that. Come on.
Did he say he had to get chickens from the balcony?
No, just other things.
Why are there
Other
chickens on
things
the
from
balcony?
That is a very good question.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's much better. I like that better.
The
What?
troubles with chickens is the next episode of the Hadfield. Chickens take over the Hadfield.
No, you all get turned into chickens for an episode.
Oh,
Oh
wonderful.
no.
I mean, guys, let's be completely honest. That is exactly the kind of BS you'd expect me to pull. Like,
I'd love it. I wouldn't care. It'd be great.
that is vintage me.
That's some vintage
Hello
track,
there.
actually.
Hang on. Almost got it.
General Kenobi!
General Kenobi.
You are bold.
Magnitude, using the right tool for the right job. What? That?
What is that?
What is this? No.
That is good.
Yes. Okay, so what I need you to do is, Ragon, I need you to make me a reason science difficulty of 3, assisted by the ship's computer science, to do calculations on how to best counteract this effect.
Indeed, sir. Should I take an extra momentum? For I feel that we can get a lot out of this.
Sounds good.
Indeed, assisted by the ship's computers.
Computer science.
Excellent. Please roll the ship's dice.
Okay. You have
I
a
will re-roll that 0.
as cautious science, right?
Nope, as my being assisted by the ship.
Don't you have cautious science?
If I am assisted by the ship, I can re-roll one of the dice.
Oh, you don't have
I do-
cautious
I do.
science, huh?
I do not have cautious science, no.
Okay, cool. Still re-roll that 0, or that comp. There you go.
There we are.
You gain a momentum.
Very well. We did not get one back, but nothing ventured, nothing gained.
There we go.
Okay, so, unless you spend a momentum to take an hour less, which will bring you to 3 hours, you reason out that you could fashion a device to do the job. The thing is, you have a few options as to how you can do it. You could either, because there are essentially a few design constraints that you have to keep in mind. This thing is going to require a lot of power. And that power is going to be proportional to which side of the equation you're trying to cut off. Additionally, it depends on how long you want the effect to last. And those are sort of the three variables that will determine the difficulty of the check to build this device. If that makes sense.
I see.
So, to write those down for you, size of the device, and and
If we have any time, I'll just say it after.
so when I say how much it cancels out, because you know there are two ends of this thing. There's the end that the captain will be dealing with, and then there's the thing in the vault. One will be a will require much more power than the other.
I see.
Well, if the captain were to bring this device and get, like, basically offer it to him, then it'd only have to cancel out his little device, not the whole big machine.
Well,
Who died this time? Oh, it's Ragan.
No,
our
not remained
idea,
here.
our idea is that this device is going to the front of the machine. Excuse me, it's going to the Ferengi, right? And that the other team is just going to steal and shut down the device, right?
Well, that's the thing is he's figured out how to shut down the device and how to prevent this effect from occurring, and that is okay. No, that's not entirely accurate. You're just talking about how to this is just to cancel out the effect. Right. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're.
Yep.
So yeah, like, we don't need a lot of power for this if it's going to the Frankie.
Yeah, I thought that this was going to the Ferengi. Is it or is it not?
That was my thought as well. It was basically a bribe for the game type of deal.
Mm-hmm. No, I get this. I'm putting these three out there as design considerations. So once you tell me what
we have to go over the plan of our heist is to consider those things so that we can build it properly.
So you said your idea was to conceal this thing in the vase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so it needs to be small enough to fit in the spot you designed out for the vase.
Yep.
Which, good news, because you succeeded at that task so well and didn't complicate. You have a little more room. Great.
Hey.
If you complicated, there would have been less room. The billion-dollar question is, how long do you want it to last? Because the one thing Rugan realizes in developing this is it's going to take a good chunk of power.
So.
I don't know.
If we have it, how how long do you think we're going to need to get into the vault and do this shit? Is basically what we got to think.
I don't know why we need this at all, because if we're just going to go to the vault and shut it down anyways, this kind of
Well-
seems superfluous.
No, it's going to take us time to get into the vault. That's the question, and then go and shut this thing down. This is preventing the Ferengi from cheating the entire game.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Because if
The
the
biggest issue is that one or two more uses of that device could destroy the entire station, as we were told.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we don't want it activated while we're trying to break in and do this stuff. So that's what this is for. How long? Should we go with? Do we think we can do it in 2 hours?
Just walk to the vault and get it open?
No. All of our stuff. Do you think we can get into the vault and gain control of this thing in 2 hours while he's doing his poker game?
Sure.
There we go. We set a time limit for ourselves.
2 hours. Ooh, wow. All right. Okay. This will be a control engineering assisted by control science. Difficulty 5.
Did you mean computers science?
No assist from the ship, but you can have your
Oh.
engineering team help.
Oh, okay.
So, and this is for the whole thing. Like you build this, and this is it's built.
Okay. Crap. So, am I? Do you want me to take lead, Dragon, or what? Rugan?
Gone.
Is anyone even here?
Sorry.
Is it just the two of us again?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you.
I
I'll
was
see you guys
wondering,
next week.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Alright, let's keep going.
He's doing this. But no, who got out? Oh, it was Masali again.
No.
No, Maselli got
Vasily is angry because I did not quite reply quick enough.
Yep.
Okay, I will
Okay.
talk to her later. I will handle that. Anyway.
Okay. Rugano saying, do you want me to take lead on making our fancy device, or would you like to? Because it is the lead is engineering.
Again, it is a good question. I think your engineering and such is higher than mine, that despite the fact that none of you, I don't think the extended task things will apply, I think it would work best in your regard.
Gotcha. All right then.
I think it would work best if you did that.
All right, and then yeah, you can assist with science as well, I believe. So that'll help. And then yeah, I will spend a momentum for a die, and I'll give you 2 threat granted for another die.
Okay, I'm taking 2 threat. I will increase the complication range by 1.
Gotcha. I do not know if I have a focus that'll work for this, so we'll just go without it. Cool.
Okay.
So 2, 3, 4.
And Ragan, you can assist with control science,
Indeed.
so that you've already hit the difficulty, because the engineering team brings it down to 4.
Hey.
Nice.
Marvelous.
And yeah, your quantum mechanics focus comes into play.
Perfect. Again, I've got everything science. I figured something would work.
Okay. So,
Whether it's computers, robotics, quantum mechanics, or first engineering.
yep, so you're at 2 momentum, and you've generated this neat, nifty little hoop-shaped device that fits very neatly into the ring of the that fits very neatly into the ring of the vase.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm trying to keep track of time here. So we've got our device, we've got our other device, we've got our fake face, we've tapped into his.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going over everything.
Although, Jacoby, you're gonna need to organize that security team.
That
I
is
will. So let's get on
Yes.
that.
Okay. Give me a presence command, difficulty of 2, complication range 3.
Okay. Take a threat, I guess. Will any of my focuses apply?
Let me see. Let me take a look. I'll tell you if they do. I'm gonna say no.
Alright. We'll roll it without then. Okay, should be okay. Done.
Nice. Great. Yeah, you've given them their instructions. They more or less know what to do. They know not to go too far. They know that the idea is that they're gonna go out, have a good time, and try to rile up some Klingons. They're not gonna go too far, but they know they're dealing with drunk Klingons, so goading them into a brawl should not be impossible.
Yeah, and hopefully they don't get killed. I hope I've explained at least that much to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys are all ready to go. Unless there's other things you want to do with your time.
No, not at the time. I think that's everything we wanted to take care of. I mean, I guess I could contact the Ferengi and set it up, you know?
Yes.
Or let's not contact the Ferengi himself. That would be too direct. We're gonna make this public, but you know, super high stakes public. So I'd like to contact whoever is organizing the super high stakes games.
Okay.
And try and set it up.
Okay, yeah, you're able to get through to him fairly easily because you've already been at the high stakes table once before.
Yeah, so we'll set up like an exclusive game, so to say, high risk and extremely high reward.
Okay, and there will be a couple of other people at this game. You do, however, need to give me one more control command difficulty of 2 to word your request in such a way that it'll draw out the Ferengi.
Okay, any focuses that apply?
I'll take. I think you might. I'll take gambling.
Okay.
You know what'll
also...
what'll draw out a gambling man.
You'll also take a threat.
And I will increase the I will spend it and one more to increase the comp range by 1.
Okay. Okay, that succeeded.
And you gain a momentum.
I can re-roll that 1 though, so I'll do that. Good.
Okay, 2 momentum. Nice. Okay, you're fair. I mean, you know, it hasn't been outright said, but you're fairly confident that that this will draw him out. So,
Cool. So we got our game set. We got our fancy devices. We tapped in the security. Did we want to try and make other things that can be snuck in, or not?
Well, I think the last thing we gotta do is just get ready for the thing, and we're good to go.
Cool.
We can take a short intermission while messages are being exchanged.
Okay. Do.
okay. So, if that will be all, then I'm ready to go to the next scene.
Awesome, let's do it.
Now, is there anything else we can think that we might need to do to prep this thing?
No,
Yeah,
like I
that's what
said,
I'm
that this seems like everything. So we might as well just drop the momentum and move it along.
Okie doke. Just gotta copy these tokens real super duper quick. And where is that map? I know there's a map. I think it's this one? Yeah, it's this one.
And the map. Okay.
So, do. So you are all back at the casino station. Except Valak, you're staying on the ship, right?
Correct.
Oh, you never created comms, did you?
That was what we had to do.
Oh well.
Comms. Oh well, we're going in blind. We'll have to rely on the old Mark One ear.
And you do have your you were able to bring your communicators with you.
I mean, yeah, it's just a piece of jewelry. Why would anyone take it? Right?
Mm.
Yeah, wrong century. They know what that is.
I mean, just a piece of jewelry.
So, actually, I think I have a nifty little bit of backing music for this place to give you an idea of the casino feel. No.
Wrong universe.
Yeah.
That he stopped us before.
You guys can hear that, right?
Yeah, nice. Wouldn't say smooth jazz, but jazz.
Okay. So, who do we want to start with first? I presume are we going to start with the heist team or the captain?
Let's have me arrive on the scene. Tuxedo on, all smiles.
Yeah. You go up, and there sitting around the table is a couple of there is a Klingon, a Cardassian, the Ferengi, and you.
I'll approach the table with my hands wide open. Gentlemen, welcome. I hope everyone today is fine.
Yes, today has proved to be quite profitable.
And should your luck serve you any more, Master Ferengi, even more profitable. But luck, as we know, is a fickle lady, so it's game time.
And you've brought your relic with you, right?
Oh yes, it'll be in like a little duffel bag that I'm carrying around with me, or like a briefcase or something. How big is it?
It's a vase.
Oh, it's an actual vase. Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, I'll have like a yellow shirt or a security staff from the actual casino bring it along with me. I'll just look at the Ferengi and I'll say, I've brought something a little extra today to spice up the pot, shall we say?
The pot.
Ah, yes, the bets, you know. I've lost some latinum, but I hope this little baby, and I'll give it a couple of taps, will help me regain what I've lost.
God damn it, I gave you the perfect setup for a joke.
What do you mean?
I said,
the pot.
and then you could have said,
No,
not
it's
the
a vase.
pot, the vase.
Yeah, it's
Gah, it was right there.
English is not my first language.
Ah. So, anywhom, I see. Well then, shall we play?
Perhaps first we'd like to order some drinks. Waiter,
Yes?
martini, shaken, not stirred.
He thinks for a couple seconds, because martini is martini is not a Cardassian drink, so he has to think like, oh yeah, that's a human thing, right? Of course. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Kanar. I don't think you're supposed to shake Kanar or stir it for
I'm
that
not sure
matter.
you can shake Kanar. It's maple syrup in a glass.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
Oh man.
I'll sip my drink lightly as it arrives and ask the dealer, so, what are we playing tonight?
Well, you were the one who called for this game. Your choice.
Excellent. There's an old game we used to play back on Earth. I don't know if you play it in casinos anymore, but it's got something to do with these little tablets that you have representing chips. It's called Baccarat. I recommend we try it.
Baccarat.
I'm sure the Master Friendly already knows what I'm talking about.
I'm familiar with the rules.
Good. As for the rest, it's very easy to learn. Shall we, gentlemen?
And you all sit down to begin playing.
Hell yes.
Meanwhile, we join the other team.
Time for y'all to break in a safe.
Awesome. Okay, so where are we? What's the situation? Did we win?
Currently, you guys, so you guys walk around and you sort of find where the entrance to a staff area is. However, there are a couple of Cardassian guards there. You guys sort of walk around trying to figure out how you're going to get about them. But then one of them puts a hand up to his ear, says, "Oh, God damn it. Another bar fight." And the two of them run off.
Okay, so are we Okay, give me a quick rundown. We're trying to get into the safe, right?
Yes, that's
Is the safe just like built into the wall, or do we have to like go past certain checkpoints? Like,
There will be a number of there will be definitely guards in between you and the vault.
Alright.
And there will be at least one computer locked door in between you and there.
awesome. Okay. Let's start making our way towards the vault then, since that's why we're here.
You're actually at your first locked door.
Oh.
Fortunately, it's already going to be receptive to your inputs because Rugan already broke the first layer of encryption. So I need you to give me a control engineering difficulty of 2 check.
Assisted by 0?
Someone can assist with control engineering. I don't know if Zero's is the best for this.
Focus of cybernetics applies.
Yeah.
Maybe the lock can over the communicator.
No, he cannot. He cannot remotely assist.
Rugan can then.
Indeed.
Okay, control engineering.
Do any of my focuses apply in this case?
Yeah, computers.
Excellent.
Nope, you still make the check though. The door goes ding, and the door slides open to the side. And you begin making your way down the corridor to you make your way down a couple of turns based on your known layouts of this place. It's the fortunate thing of you don't have the exact layouts of this place, but you have layouts of a similar Cardassian installation, and it's close enough that you can sort of guesstimate the general direction you're going. But it is making everything a little bit more difficult. So, the next thing I'm going to do is... There's going to be a check here. A control security difficulty of... well, it's opposed, actually. Do you mind if Zero spends a momentum for a third die?
I take it.
Good.
All right.
And you can each assist her with control security. Nice.
Cool.
Both or just one?
I believe it was each. Yeah.
Hot damn.
Nice.
Oh, it's two.
And Rugan.
Indeed.
Okay, that's still 5. So. Typing.
So, yes, you managed to, well, hang on, I actually have to make a roll first.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend 3 thread. Blah. That's not enough. You guys gain a momentum, though.
Cool.
As you all manage to stealthily avoid the guards. And you make your way to a turbolift shaft. Well, not shaft, but a turbolift type elevator. But it's, Cardassian, of course. They had the kind of thing on Deep Space Nine. It again. You're able to just sort of press the button, and a few seconds later, the lift comes. But once inside, you're gonna have to try and hack in to give it a destination. The difficulty of this, there will first be the difficulty of the check to get in. How close you want to get to the vault will determine your complication range. The difficulty will be the same.
What was the roll for that?
Well, it's just how close do you want to get to the vault?
I want to get as close as possible,
Okay.
but
Yeah, this will
I
be
don't. Yeah,
this will be comp range 3 then.
that's not too bad. What's the roll though?
It is control engineering diff 3.
Diff 3. Do we have enough momentum for a total of 3 dice?
Yes, you
we-
have 1.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have 1 momentum, which will get us. Yeah.
Do you think we
One
should
more
risk
die
it
for
for the
ya.
biscuit?
Yeah. For this, yeah.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Did I click? No, I did not. Okay. Ah!
Oh no. No.
Is there any way I can re-roll?
Do you have a value determination?
Yes, the direct route isn't often the best.
That'll work.
I was gonna say we are breaking into this safe to stop this device instead of trying to discuss that maybe this device needs to go out the station. We could talk to station security, all that stuff. No, we're gonna break in.
Okay, just re-roll that one?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, hey, it's not
It's
bad.
no success, but yeah, that is not a crit fail. So
Oh boy.
is Vergon gonna help, or
Indeed he is.
are
If
you
you
just
love
gonna
him.
take it? Okay, so give me control engineering with a comp range of 3. Nice. Gain a momentum
Hey.
back. As the lift begins to into the depths of the into the depths here. Meanwhile, we join back up with Jacoby at the poker table.
Woohoo!
So, are you putting up the vase first things first?
No, first things first, we can go with the latinum.
Okay, sure. Give me a presence command opposed by control command.
Okay. I'm gonna take this momentum. You're gonna take 2 threat.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 more. Hit in 1 more for 4 dice. That's 3.
I get to reroll that one.
Very nice,
7.
Captain.
Gain 4 momentum.
Yeah, we do.
As you positively, as you really have a good, you have a real good grasp on this. You're really good at bluffing this particular hand. Now give me an opposed control command roll versus their presence command.
Alright, come on. I'm gonna take 2 momentum, and you're gonna take 1 threat. So I get
Okay.
3 dice.
And I'll spend it. Okay.
Get to reroll that one. Good.
Okay.
Hey.
You gain 2 momentum.
So we gained only 1.
As you're handily able. Oh, actually, well, first off, roll me 7 challenge dice.
Oh dear, I'm gonna spend 1 momentum to reroll. Oh wait, I did. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 momentum to reroll 1, 2, 3, 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
How did you mess up that much? No, stop it!
It's
That
okay.
that is 5.
There's a lot of zeros.
Yep.
The bad kind, too.
What are you talking about? 0's bad.
Wait, what?
0
But
is good.
that's bad as in good, not bad as in bad.
Oh, you don't know what's good for bad.
Okay. So. yes, you're able to handily win this hand. Now, what are you going to do for the next one?
So for the next one, we're gonna we're gonna go all in with the Latinum.
Well, because
All in.
I'll clarify to you, Captain. You need to get the vase close to him for it to work.
I know, but that's part of the plan. I need to lose this Latinum before I offer this very valuable antique as a last resort. All in.
Ah, okay. Are you going to try and purposefully lose this time then?
Well, I won't try and purposefully lose, but I know I'm going to lose because of the probability device. And if I go all in, he's gonna have to follow.
We
Ah,
can't have that device.
Yeah.
If that device activates, we could have problems. That was the point. We don't want it to activate at all.
Oh. Oh shit. Okay, I thought if it activates it, it's gonna cause something catastrophic possibly.
Yeah, like there's a chance one will do it. Like,
I'm willing to take that chance and say that nothing's going to happen this time except me losing my hand.
okay.
All in.
Okay, all in. Roll me. And this is just going to be a straight presence command opposed roll on both sides.
Okay, I'm gonna take a momentum for a third die.
So am I. Oh, God.
And this is where the probability device comes in.
Yep, I'm gonna spend 2 threat. And... there we go. That's still only 3 successes, so... ooh, he just barely beats you. 3-2. He had just barely a better hand than yours.
I'm gonna shift over my chips to the Ferengi and I'll say, well, it seems the gentleman has defeated me after all. This is where this baby comes in, and I'll bring up the vase on the table. Do you know what this is, Master Ferengi?
Oh, I'm familiar with it. It looks Orisian, if I'm not mistaken.
One of the few that was recovered by my ship on that planet.
Oh.
Extremely rare, and in the hands of the right person, extremely valuable.
Well, fortunately for you, I'm just the right person.
I want something else for this, though. Sweeten the pot a bit from your side as well. Do you remember what we talked about when we were in your apartment with the thing around your neck? We win? I get that. Along with all your chippies, of course.
Give me a presence command diff 4.
Alright, take-
Complication range of 3.
Mother of God. Alright, you're gonna take... I'm gonna take these 2 momentum. You're gonna take... so, 1 threat... First off, 1 threat to get me onto 3 dice. Another 2 momentum to get me onto 4 dice. And another 3 momentum to get me onto 5 dice.
You mean
So you're gonna be taking... yeah. You're gonna be taking 4 threat overall, I think.
Ooh, pretty.
Yep.
I am going to spend 2 of that threat to up your difficulty to 5.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
I'm gonna... do I use a value on this? Christ, no, I think I can make it without... What did you say was the comp range?
That's a 5 now.
No, the difficulty is 5. Comp range,
Oh, difficulty's 5. Comp range 3 then.
yes.
Okay, I think I can make this. Here she goes. Oh, yes!
Marvelous.
You gain a momentum. Very nice. You drive a hard bargain, Captain. But fortune favors the bold. I mean,
And I, Master Ferengi, am very, very bold.
Holy crap.
Dealer, deal.
And this time, I assume you're going to try to lose the hand.
Well, the probability device will probably get activated, and we've got a dampening field on, so
Well,
I want to win.
well, no. The thing is, you need to get the vase close to him.
Yeah,
Ah,
he needs to win it and take it so he has it near him.
okay. Yeah, we'll lose.
Okay. Give me a presence command difficulty 2 just to convincingly lose.
Well, a matter of hand is I can just fold if I don't see my hand is good, but yeah, sure.
Well, it's to convincingly lose and not to have everyone
Yeah.
be like, well, that was too easy.
Yeah.
It's like,
I put up a good fight, but in the end,
Yeah.
I'll put down my cards.
right, 'cause it would look
The
really...
cards decide who.
It would look really weird if the person who just bet, like, the last thing he had. So,
Just folded.
just
So, yeah,
folded,
he had a-
like, immediately. It would look super sus. So, you play for a little bit and then you fold.
Well, no, we'll go all the way down to the end, but my cards just aren't as good as his.
Yeah, so... Ah... What a shame, Captain. And he takes the jar.
Alas, fortune does indeed seem to favor the bold, but my boldness was just not enough this time. You win, and I'm cleaned out. Well, it did come here hoping to be cleaned out one way or another. Ah, well, what can you do?
Meanwhile, down in the, down near the center...
Oh, breaking up.
Oh, am I breaking up?
You're good.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
The
So now,
the door opens, and now we're gonna have to do one more stealth thing. See if y'all can get to the vault without being spotted by
I
the...
believe in y'all.
So, I assume this will be 0 again.
Yeah.
Leading the charge with control security. She'll spend a momentum for a third die. I'll reroll that 0. Oof.
Alrighty. And the assists, right?
Yeah. To zone in, Ragon, feel free to assist with control security.
Will do.
You guys can do it.
Okay,
Great.
that's 3 successes. I'll spend a threat. See if they can't do it. They don't
Crap.
beat you, though.
Hey.
So, if you guys would like to take a complication, I will let you get past this. I will let you get past this.
I think it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. So you manage to sneak past all of the guards and you make it to the door to the vault, and oh no, there are 2 guards that are stationed at the vault. It's the vault door itself.
You guys can have to knock out some guards.
Hear that, the zone, and get the old elbow out.
I'm sorry, what?
You gotta knock out some guards. Get the old elbow out.
Oh, alright. So,
what
two
are
or
you?
three.
So they haven't spotted you yet. You're still around the corner. So what are you 3 going to do?
How many are there?
2.
Just
Two? Alright, Zero and I will pick out targets and we'll rush them at once. All at once. Yes?
Okay.
Fine.
That's how you want to do this.
I mean, can we do something else? I mean, it's a corridor with 2 guards. I imagine we could get the jump on them.
Okay.
Wait, do they have phasers?
They're Cardassians.
Damn it, they have phasers set to kill.
They have disruptors.
They have disruptors.
They have rifles.
They have disruptors. They have disruptors, matey.
Crap. Could we distract them, like get them to walk away from their position?
Well, it is a straight corridor, so you could distract them, but they would walk in your direction.
So what I'm thinking is get them to walk towards us, so we don't have to deal with the issue of travel distance. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get exactly what you're saying. Because if you run at them, there's a chance they might yell out before you get to them.
Exactly. So.
Come closer to the fist.
Yeah.
So that I may hit you with it.
So if you want, Zero can make a control security diff 2 check to make the advantage.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Ugh.
Do it, Zero. Ugh.
I cannot believe you.
This'll succeed at cost. So they come over, but as they round the corner, they, like, you don't get on them right away. They see you, and they get to make an attack first on Zero.
Okay.
Right, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yep, exactly. That's just how this particular thing is gonna go. So they get to go first because they were on guard. They were on their guard.
But
let me find thing, not Ferengi, Cardassians. Here we go. Okay. Daring security. Gonna spend a threat for a 3rd die. Roll me some dice. That's 2 successes. If you don't mind, Zero's gonna give the Game Master a threat to buy a 3rd die.
yeah, go ahead.
So, I get that back. And, that's Daring Security. She has a hand-to-hand combat's focus. She will not be able to re-roll anything this time, unfortunately. And she doesn't have her Ushan. Victory goes to the attacker.
Son of a bitch. Zero died. No.
So that's 3.
Just
So that's 3 challenge dice. Okay. She takes 1 stress.
hey. Just a flesh wound.
Okay. And she's going to immediately retaliate.
Punch him in the face.
And she's going to give me another threat, which I'm immediately going to spend for a 3v3 roll-off. Ooh, that's...
Oh my goodness.
Hang on, that's how many successes? That's... I just gotta see what this guy gets, because that's daring security. That's 12. Okay, so you only got 1 success, so you gain 2 momentum. If you want, you can quash that complication.
Yeah, let's do that.
In which case, victory goes to the attacker, and Zero can unarmed punch. Oh!
She's good.
And she immediately wheels around and just smacks his face into the wall.
Oh, snap.
Yep, he's out.
Slit his nose.
And then the other Cardassi says, "Oh, you little!" And he's gonna rush her. Not even paying any attention to you two.
This is why we brought Zero.
I'm gonna do the one threat thing again.
Gotcha.
There we go. She actually generates some
Yay.
momentum this time. She generates 1 momentum. And it's an unarmed strike. Knock down. Did that not? There we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they do have 1 armor, so I'll have to spend that last momentum to take them down.
Okay. Yes, we want them down.
Alrighty. Okay, you've got the corridor. You do have 2 unconscious guards, so you're gonna have to hide them.
But you're breaking into a vault. So,
So this is the Cardassian station. They've got like weird crawl through tunnel things, Jeffrey's tubes, like every 10 feet. Let's just shove one in there.
Okay, yeah, give me an insight. Give me an insight, engineering, or security difficulty 2 to create the advantage that you find a place to stash them. Nice. Yeah, you find a neat, nifty little crawl space actually just at the other end of the hall. You just have to lift up the panel and you just shove them in there, and Bob's your uncle. Now the vault door. Zero just looks at you and says, "Okay, this is gonna be the tough part."
Wait, what?
This is gonna be the tough part.
What are we doing? The tough part.
The vault
the
door,
vault?
genius.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I walk up to the vault, put my hand on its lock, and then try to access it.
Or well, what it is you have a little device that you plug into
Yeah.
it, and your antenna hooks up to that.
Man, I've always imagined it like I put my hand on the console.
Nope. You're this. You're straight up connecting to.
Yeah, well, you have like a little. It's the neural interface is through your antenna. Is how that's always worked. So this is a thing where you have it's basically like a little USB stick type deal that you just plug into the machine, and it hooks up to your antenna.
Grab the thingy, put it in the console, and let's get to hacking.
Okay, this is a control engineering difficulty 5.
Ah, shit.
Complication range of 3.
Okay, everybody, give me all the momentum.
There is none.
All right, I give
wait.
you 0 momentum.
Or, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
there is 1, I think.
Okay,
No,
so that's
you just used it to knock him
Oh,
out.
that's right, I did. Oops. There is no momentum.
a threat.
You want to give me a
Threat?
hug?
You
your
can
option.
give him a lot of threat.
Okay. How much threat would it cost for 4 dice total?
That'd be,
that'll
3.
that'll cost 3.
Do you guys think that's a safe bet?
Well,
How good do you think? Like you need 5 here, right? So it's like
Difficulty
might-
5, complication range 3, even with the focus, that's still gonna mess with me.
and you do get an
then-
assist.
can assist, but still,
I feel like I should have more than 2 dice.
I think you should have like 5 dice.
Just really?
Well,
How
Yes.
much threat is that?
that'll be another 3 if you want to give it to me.
Oh my
Well-
goodness!
It will, but it's already so difficult.
Okay, 5 dice total, I guess.
Oh boy, I've got some threat.
Would
I know,
untapped
but-
potential do anything?
No, untapped
Really?
potential is only if you succeed.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Oh my gosh, guys, we're doing this.
Yes, you are.
Ah,
Mm.
I was hoping for a 2.
Any form of rerolls?
Do not think so, unless you.
Any form of assists.
I was gonna say, Rugan, you
roll-
can.
Neural
assist.
interface.
Rugan, you can roll to
Loves
assist.
to be assist.
Never tell me the odds.
Hang on.
Alright, let's see. He'll never tell you the odds. That's good for his guy.
Well, but he's already spent his determination.
Yeah, he's already spent his.
Ah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Alright, then let's see.
You can give his determination like to him, right? Or is that just a
Hang on.
combat?
Let's see what Rugan rolls first. Okay, that is one. That is one success. So you're 1 short.
Can I use my determination or something?
Hang on. Let me see what he's got.
I was gonna ask,
Like,
can Zero also assist? I don't know.
I'll allow it because this is a big.
Oh, it's a
Because this is a big thing. And I'll allow it to be control security, even.
thank you.
No.
Oh, and that's a
no!
complication.
No.
Reroll, please.
So here's the deal. First off, I'll try to help you through this, Zonin, because oh boy, that's not pretty.
This brain
Actually,
is not-
actually, do you have any milestones? Because I'm sure.
You should have some.
Huh?
yes.
I imagine
I'm
I have
sure.
like 1 milestone.
Yeah, you could spend a milestone. You could burn one of your milestones, and it gives you a point of determination.
Yes, I don't want to die, so yes.
Mm-hmm.
Re-roll some.
So you
Stuff.
rolled.
Your
You-
milestones if stone.
I'm sorry, what are we doing? What? Am I re-rolling what?
You're re-rolling 2 dice.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Okay.
need some momentum here.
There you go. There is still a complication on the table.
Yes, there
Do we
is.
succeed?
You do, but as I said,
Succeed with the comp.
there is a complication on the table.
My brain is melted, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it.
Well, you wanted Zero to help. Wait.
I thought we'd try.
Actually, no. You know what? Actually, I can do something here, cause Zero has a value that she'll burn.
Hey.
Hey.
It's just better hope it's not another comp. All I'm
Oh,
saying.
no.
I'd be happy with Zero as long as it's just a Zero, not a comp.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, you generated
Get a
momentum. As Huboy, you get real close to tripping a couple of the silent alarms on this thing, and eventually, the door swings, the door slides up, and you see, you're in the vault. It is a wall. It's wall to wall of just, storage lockers. They don't look like they actually have any locks on them. But now it's
Check him
gonna,
anyway.
yeah. Well, now it's gonna be a matter of figuring out which one is the right one.
Rugan, you're up. Find us a probability machine.
Indeed. Would it be at all possible to use the now that they are nice and close to the thing, would it be at all possible to analyze the scans from their tricorders to figure out where this thing's
Oh,
coming from?
you want to scan for it?
Yes.
Sure.
The way you said that makes me worried.
Yeah,
Perhaps you
no,
should not
go
say
ahead.
words.
This will be Insight Science, difficulty of 3, but your testing a theory into practice all comes into play, so...
Good, so I get an extra day.
And the difficulty goes down to 2.
Hey,
In the
would
meantime...
you
Alright, let's
like
see
a
what scores.
momentum?
I would. Actually, I need 2 momentum to get another day now.
Would you like 2 momentum?
Yes, thank you.
Nice. So, that
You get 2
is...
momentum back.
Yes, you do.
Hey,
As you've got a good beat on the thing now, down at the end to the left. In the meantime, however, I have to roll a thing real quick. And I'm gonna spend 3 threat. Nice. That's 2 threat back.
oh no. I don't like that.
Okay, carry on.
I don't like that at all. And
Alright, let's get them out of here quick as we can.
Alright, let's see what we've got around here.
Yes, we don't need to. The good thing is we don't actually need to get them out of the. What's it called? We don't need to get them back onto our ship. We just need to get them to a place where we can transport them out to our ship.
Hmm.
So any airlock would work. Even firing themselves out in a skateboard would work.
honestly, I think first try and just shut it off if we can.
Hmm.
Oh, of course. Do we have time for that though? That's the thing I'm worried about.
How much time have we used so far?
You guys, I would say, have probably used about half an hour.
We got plenty of time.
I'll be honest, I'm just worried about whatever you rolled.
So am I, but yeah,
I'm
like
pretty sure that was them detecting the scan.
most likely. But
Yeah, if we just get that thing out of range of the remote, we should be good.
Okay. I'm going to make one more thing. I need you guys to make me an insight security check opposed.
oh no.
Just real super duper quick. And I'm gonna spend another 3 threat.
You guys, as in everybody?
Yeah,
Well, as in
On-site
you
security.
guys there, yeah.
one of you two's gonna have to lead this one. Okay, and Zonin?
2 dice?
Mhm.
Oh god.
Just one. No, just the one. So that's one.
Even worse.
That's one success. I'm rolling this.
Well, you guys are about to be caught.
I generate 2 again.
Oh no.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. Just find the thing. Get it. Grab it. See if you can grab it. Just start booking.
Okay. Yeah, you find the locker with it, and Ragon, you open the door, and it's this weird pentagonal obelisk type thing. Maybe comes up to a bit above your waist, and it's just pulsing with this blue light.
Alright, now how the fuck do we get it out of here?
And she looks it over and she says, well, I mean, you could just pick it up.
I suppose that could be true. All right. Let's wrap it in something.
Okay. I'd say you were able to bring some kind of a cloth with you. That's
Oh,
fine.
good.
Like
I was just gonna say,
like you take
otherwise,
off,
let's just steal a Cardassian shirt.
like you take off, yeah, you take off your jacket or something.
Not my jacket, the Cardassian's jacket. I've got to be presentable and get out of here.
Nice.
Beautiful.
So you're stealing one of the guards' jackets and just.
Okay. So yeah, you wrap the thing up nice and neat.
All right, lads. Now, I propose we engage Protocol Zoidberg.
Okay. This will be another control security check. You're able to easily shut the vault door behind you again. That's easy.
Hey.
Now you have to sneak past the guards again to get to the elevator. If you
goodness.
do not mind too terribly, Zero's gonna spend a momentum.
Yes, go ahead. Hey. And you guys stay.
Yep, give me a control security. They're going to spend 3 threat for... Okay, that's 5 successes that they have to beat. They roll 4 dice. Nope, not enough. You guys gain 2 momentum. Actually, only 1, because you guys have an increased difficulty because you're lugging this thing.
Cool.
Anyhow. Meanwhile, we will join the captain.
Alright, let's.
Well, I suppose that is the end of your evening with us, Captain.
I wouldn't be quite too sure of that. There's still one last thing that I have to bet.
Oh, and what is that?
I'll take off my comm badge and I'll put it on the table near the pot. My ship.
The Cardassians look at each other. The Klingon laughs. The Ferengi's mouth twists into a smile. Your ship!
A Federation Starfleet scientific vessel.
Wow. That is quite the prize.
I still want that thing around your neck. And all my latinum back if I win.
Presence command difficulty 4.
Ugh, why do you do this?
You're
We have some momentum.
So many.
or actually,
Oh my
you know what?
goodness.
Daring command.
No, I'll take the presents. No,
Daring.
I
This
didn't
is
say
daring. You are.
You're gambling a ship away.
nothing. Okay, I'm using my determination.
So this is how we get a new ship.
Screw this. Yeah, I'm using my
Pretty
determination.
much.
I'm gonna
Oh,
use
you
the
lose this ship in a
determination
poker game. You're not
value,
getting another one.
Right, like I said, determination with the value cowboy diplomacy.
I'll allow it.
And would you like a die with momentum as well? We
Yeah,
have
you'd have
two.
to spend 2.
As you say, we have
Yeah,
two
so we're gonna
momentum.
spend that momentum, and you're gonna take another 3 threat, so I can get a 4th die.
There
Okay.
you go.
Which I will immediately spend to give him 4 dice.
But I have 2 auto
Or, I'm sorry,
successes.
no. I'm sorry. He doesn't roll anything. This is just threat I get.
Yes.
Right.
You can do this.
I get to reroll
Oh.
that one.
Oh, that's right. on. No!
Double nat 20s. God damn.
Yeah, that's still 6 successes. So you gain a momentum. And he looks at you and he says, "Very well. I'll give you what you want to know, but the latinum's mine."
I can live without the latinum, I suppose. But the information and the thing around your neck, that's mine.
And the game begins.
Oh God.
Time for another contested presence command roll.
Here, watch the captain just fucking wins, and then we didn't have to heist the thing at all because he just win the thing parents.
Okay, so, no, I wouldn't because probability wise. I'm gonna take that one momentum, and you're gonna take 5 threat, which you can immediately throw back at me.
Yeah. Yeah, I only have to spend 3 of that 5 to get max dice.
Seriously, max dice.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
you've given me a lot of threat to play with.
And crap, I'll give you 4 more so I can get max
What?
dice as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so I spent 1 momentum to get myself to 3 dice. I've given you 3 threat to get myself to 4 dice, and I have to give you.
No,
4
you only
more
have to
get
spend
myself
2 threat
max.
to give me. You only have to spend 5 threat total.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Max dice. Cool. Oh yes. So much better.
Let's see. That's
These are pretty
2,
good
3,
too. Let's
4,
see.
5.
Yeah, but I've got a 7. Can
That's
you do the
5
7?
to 7. You gain 2 momentum. Got him on the ropes.
Hey.
1 more will do it.
1 more of these? Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah. This is the big one.
Oh, good God. Okay.
And oddly,
We have,
oddly
3.
enough, you notice as you play your first hand, he rubs at the medallion at his neck, and yet the hand doesn't change. And he looks a bit confused at first.
I'll flash him a quick smile. Problem?
No. Give me a presence command difficulty 2 to psych him out. Or, yeah, presence command diff 2 to psych him out. Comp range of, I'm going to spend 2 threat, however. This will be a comp range of 2.
You'll take that 1 threat back immediately.
Okay. I take a threat. Thank you.
Would you like momentum?
No, I got it. And we generated 2 momentum.
Yeah, you psyched him out. He's now at a complication, so he's going to have a harder time beating you on this last hand because you've psyched him out.
Alright, let's do this. So we are at 5 momentum right now. I'm going to spend the entire 5 to give myself 5 dice.
You'll have to give me
ability
1
reroll.
threat.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
okay. 1
Yes,
threat
I'd say
and
1
5
threat.
dice.
So I'm going to spend that and 2 more, so he rolls 4 dice. Hoo!
Oh boy.
I win.
Boy.
I mean, that's 2, 6, 7 against his 2, 3, 4. You gain 3 momentum as you totally wipe him out. What? No. How did you do that?
Full high. Aces over queens. Winner takes all.
No.
I'll hold up my hand towards him.
No, you cheated.
I'll look over to the dealer. Sir?
Dealer shakes his head, shrugs.
I'll roll up my sleeves. You see anything up here?
you know, you, and like he approaches you, and like he's like, you know, you like practically see the spittle flying off his teeth as he shakes his hand at you. It's just shaking, and boy, you can just see that pendant right there in front of you.
I'll grab it and pull it off his neck.
Snap! You hear the snap of the string from behind his neck, and he just goes, no.
At least you have your latinum.
And the Cardassian comes up, he says, and this information you have for him, you'll see it delivered. And the Ferengi goes, like, and he's looking at these two Cardassians towering over him. Give me a, and they will actually assist you. You'll get 2 assist dice from the Cardassians. Give me a daring command check. Difficulty of 4.
Okay, I'm gonna spend these 3 momentum right away.
Okay.
And wait, hang on. 1 threat, 2 momentum instead, so I can reroll.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'll reroll one of these. 3 successes.
4 successes,
4 successes.
which is what you needed. And he just coyly reaches into his cloak, pulls out a data pad, and just meekly hands it over to you, completely defeated.
I'll take the data pad and store it in my tux jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. And I'll walk off.
And you do. Meanwhile, with the other 3, you have almost made it to freedom. Just one more. Actually, you got to make 2 more of these checks. You got to make 1 more check to get to the exit, and 1 more check to sneak past the guards at the exit. So, this will be another control security versus insight security. I assume you'll let Zero have that momentum.
Yes.
Noise, and the 2 of you. Tizonin, Rugan.
Okay. Alright, now let's see.
Okay, so we're at 4. So
Are we gonna win?
Almost
Alright.
there.
Hey!
That's 6 successes, and they're gonna have to roll pretty damn well here.
I'm not sure I should have had a focus on that one.
Yeah,
5 successes.
5 successes. But, that's 1, 2, 3 with a complication.
I don't suppose team dynamics would work.
I'll allow it, actually.
Hey! 6
Marvelous.
successes.
So you gain 3 momentum, and I immediately... no, I don't lose this. The other group, will have a complication. So, just
That
one more...
barroom brawl, man.
One
That
more of
barroom
these.
brawl got out of hand.
Yeah, if you don't mind, would you mind if Zero took the remaining 3 momentum?
Go for it.
Do it.
Do it.
And now...
Reroll that 1.
Hey!
And they're gonna roll 4. They are at increased difficulty, though. That is only 1 success for them. You guys don't even have to assist.
Hey!
As you just clean sweep make it out of there. And Zero turns to the two of you and says, "Well, that was fun."
Indeed.
But I hope you don't mind. Would you mind if I got a ride with you guys back to would you mind if I hitched a ride to would you guys mind if you gave me a bit of a ride to my contact? I got here from the with the Ferengi, and well, all things considered, I probably shouldn't be going with him again.
Yes, that may be prudent.
Great. She says, following the two of you, and I presume you all head back to the ship?
To the ship, bye.
Awesome. We will all meet you all on the bridge. And, Zero, however, is down in the transporter room, just waiting for her departure.
And please tell me we can deactivate this thing.
Well, can we deactivate this thing?
Vlok, give me an insight engineering difficulty 3 check.
I will spend momentum.
I mean, you have no idea how you'd go about deactivating this thing?
Better with machines than people?
Sure. And Ragon, you can assist with insight science.
He got it.
Hey, I got it. And
Yeah, you could still get some momentum out of this.
Let's roll that dice.
Nope. Okay, you still just get it, and it's, well, you can deactivate this thing. It'll take some real tinkering to turn it off. You figure, you'll have to really learn how this thing operates. But you figure that as long as the two components are kept separate and neither is utilized, it won't cause any fluctuations and will just sit in an idle state.
Hey, that's good.
And I assume you guys are going to immediately depart the casino?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lieutenant
We
Azara
have our
asked for
info.
clearance to depart, and we're going back to DS9 with this info.
All right. So you undock from the casino and leave. About, I'd say, 4 hours later, you get to the coordinates that Zero gave you for her drop-off. And it is at the edge of a nebula. And you actually detect on sensors hidden behind a small asteroid is a small craft. It's not a Federation small craft, but it is a small craft that has presumably been just waiting there.
Okay, Chief. I know he's not here, but Chief Joiza, please hail the ship.
Hi, Captain. No response.
Computer, give me Miss Zero on the horn.
Captain, have we arrived?
Is this your ride, madam?
Yes, it is. Don't worry if they don't respond to you. It's just a one-man craft. It's mine.
Ah, I see. I suppose you'll be needing a ride over there?
No, I can transport over myself.
I'm sure Lieutenant Tizonin would be more than happy to take the shuttle over there. Captain Jacoby out.
Right.
Lieutenant Tizonin, head down to the shuttle bay and give your girlfriend a ride.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you go down to the shuttle bay, and Zero is there. Boop, 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 boop. And we'll just use this map.
You can shut the music off as well.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I keep
Isn't
forgetting.
that the music for the casino? It's like, is Club Penguin playing or something?
Lovely.
Alright.
And Zero. Oh, here you are, Tev. Well,
Ready to go?
yeah, let's get this show on the road.
Now I gotta roll to make sure we don't blow up.
Just give me a simple control con, difficulty of 2, assisted by the shuttle's engines con. Hot
I don't
damn.
need no assist.
Well, it has to roll anyway to see if you get a comp. It'll
I'll
do.
roll it. Christ, it's the Williams.
Mhm.
We're good.
And the warp core immediately breaches.
Nope. And you manage to fly out to the little craft and undock with it.
Alright, let's take her to the shuttle.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to dock with the thing easily enough. And she just sort of stretches as she walks to the airlock. It says, well, this was fun.
Yeah, I had a fun time, almost dying.
Yes, glad you were finally able to join me on one of my escapades.
It was a delight. And I go over and give her a peck on the lips.
Well, I do have to say, you no longer, even though, you saved me earlier, now I have to say I owe you one.
Oh.
Yeah, you got me into the vault.
Oh?
Oh boy. Yeah.
What did you take?
And she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out a small bag. As she steps back into the airlock and jingles it, you hear the small clinking of what sound like rocks, maybe? And she says, man, those Klingons were really looking forward to getting their crystals back.
Oh my goodness.
I guess the house is just going to have to buy them back from my employer. I guess it's not true what they say, what those humans say. The house doesn't always win. And she presses the button and the door closes.
Son of a bitch. I undock and just make my way towards the ship again.
As Zero's little shuttle putters off into the nebula. Who knows where she's going next?
And that.
And that will be the end of the episode.
I was wondering what she was gonna steal.
Okay.
I forgot.
I
I keep forgetting every goddamn time.